In this video, we are going to look at 3 stocks based on option flow. Then we are going to look at the fundamental technical algorithmic and artificial intelligence. Based on the information we are going to analyze the stocks. We will be using the Traditics website to identify the 3 stocks. Please use the link below to subscribe to the website. General disclaimer, any opinions provided is general market information for educational and entertainment purposes only and do not constitute as investment advice.
In this video, we're going to look at 3 stocks from the flow, options flow. So here we are in the options dashboard. So we are going to look at TQQQ, which is a bullish flow, DACU, which is a bearish flow, which is downtrending. Then we are also going to look at PayPal, PYPL, which is a bullish flow. So we're going to look at the technical, algo, and also AI. So the first stock we are going to look at is PayPal, PYPL. PayPal is a well-established company which is strong with strong fundamentals. P is little high. Let's look at the technical chart. So we're going to draw the support and resistance line. So if you see here, the next is basically cut the resistance line, and then it's going towards the support line. So basically, it's a downtrend here. Let's look at the projections. Projection is saying upward, but I think it's going to come down to this support level and then only then bounce. Okay, so now let's look at what AI is telling us. AI is basically 86% bullish. Okay, so this is basically combination of all flow and other activity also. Okay, now let's look at the options flow. Overall flow is bullish, 60% calls, so that is not very high. We should have 90%. So algo is also bearish. So we have 6 million calls and 2 million puts. The stock price is at 255. The dominant strike is 220 and 260. You see the flow. There's a lot of put volume also and call volume also. This is not good because this basically means 50-50 chance. So we don't want to take trade just 50-50. Okay, next stock we are going to look at is DACU. So if this is a negative P, so this basically means that they don't have good revenues. Good profit. Support resistance line. So here also it's coming down to the same kind of setup. It's coming down to the support line. So it's going to touch. It could touch the support line. So let's say projections. It's saying upwards. Let's look at the AI. AI is 83% positive. Let's look at option flow. Option flow is only 30% calls, so that is all overflow is bullish, bearish. Algo is also bearish. The call volume is 6 million, put volume is 1 million. There's a lot of open interest red area below 155, so you can see a lot of open interest below 155. You can see that the call volume also is not that very high. So here it is. You can see that put volume also is very high. So it's kind of 50-50 chance. So this is definitely going to be a downward move before it can move up. Okay. Next stock we are going to look at is TQQQ. This is basically index. Let's look at support resistance line. Same kind of setup here. So let's look at projections. So looks like all the technology stocks are following the same pattern. They are all coming down. Okay, now let's look at so it's definitely going to come and hit. So it's already the support line here. It has to reach support line. So now let's look at stock is at 121. So we can see that AI is 55% positive. Let's look at the flow. Flow is bullish. Algo is also bullish. You can see there's a high call premium. A lot of green beyond 121. So that basically means there's a lot of open interest, which is predicting that it's going to go up. But the call volume is 13 million. There's a lot of good call volume, but there's not much put volume. Okay, so this is definitely a uptrending scenario. Here we are also doing a technical analysis with CPR and the pivot points. So if you look at it, the next day, tomorrow CPR is basically lower than the previous day. So it's all the other CPRs are basically downward pattern. So this is definitely a bearish signal. You can also see that it's all yellow and day is red. That means it's basically bearish signal for PayPal. So next stock is DocuSign, which also meet all weekly, monthly, daytime, day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, all red or yellow. You also see there's a narrow CPR which is occurring, so that means and then it's below the previous day CPR. That basically means this is going to be, the stock is going to go down, and there's going to be a huge bigger move. Okay, so this is below the CPR here. So definitely this is going to be a downward movement. So next is TQQQ. So this also is bearish. You see there's a narrow CPR, and the CPR is below the previous day CPR, right? So that indicates that it's going to be bearish. Looks like the general market is going to be bearish tomorrow. So be cautious in taking the trades. Thanks for watching the video. Please share, subscribe, and comment, and also like the video. Thank you.